Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Workshop Showmatches featuring Rocket League. We were doing these weekly, now we're doing them monthly, and we got a freaking banger for you today. Even better than my pathetic pasty white thighs. We've got Sunless Khan and Striped, two players that I never thought would ever be on the same team. But they've taken care of their little fight, and now they're teaming up against Wait and Pilkin and Seabell. We've got 4 million approximate YouTube subs for these four mega creators, and they're duking it out for 250 doll hairs. We've also got a $100 Amazon Prime, not really Prime, just an Amazon gift card being raffled out to you in the chat if you predict the right winner. Listen, we're strapping in. Don't look at my feet, okay? But we're strapping in, boys. This is gonna be a good one. Let's get into it. How we doing, Bass? And Dano here as well, the CWG leader. And quickly, before I even let Bass talk, cutting him off before he even starts, Dano, the members of the CWG, the leader in fact. Huge thanks and shout out to that Discord group for making this possible. That is the #1 location for Rocket League Workshop content and games. A massive 2,500 plus person Discord, exclamation point, CWG in the chat for that Discord if you want to join it. Bass, how you doing? How you feeling?
Good, feeling good. Excited for the game here today. This is going to be an interesting one because you and I were talking about this before coming into this. This might be a little bit different than some of the other workshop matches we have seen here before, mainly because some of the players here in this lobby have some experience playing in workshop matches. Usually there's a bit of a feeling out period, but for someone like Sunless who's done this before, this just might be his home turf and him here to reign supreme as before.
Very true, very true. I wasn't really feeling too confident about which team is going to take home the win here tonight. On one hand, Sunless definitely getting better. On the other hand, we got Waitin, arguably the best of this group. But that being said, it doesn't really matter what your rank is in regular Rocket League because this is volleyball. It's very different. Speaking of that, let's go over the rules real quick. This is a best of 5 series. Each game, first to 10 points, win by 2. 3 touches per side. Couple limitations on the amount of stuff you could do with kickoffs and whatnot, but it's not really worth explaining. And besides that, it's regular Rocket League. Can't let the ball hit the ground because that's how volleyball works. That is a point. It falls through the floor. And each serve, we're getting a goal. So it's going to be quick. It's going to be high-paced. And it's going to be a good time. Any thoughts on the rules? Did I miss anything?
Standard as they come. I think the big thing for a lot of these people who have not seen this here before, no carrying. You cannot have repeat touches by yourself. You need to make sure that it is an individual touch. I mean, you mentioned this before. People have gone for flip resets, but it's not necessarily something we see here commonly because it's too many touches. If you have multiple and all of a sudden you mess up that flip reset, GG's. That's a point to the other team.
Exactly. And yeah, good thing to bring up. You can follow up your own touch. As long as you stay within 3 touches per side, you're good to go. And yes, flip resets. High risk, high reward. Will we see any today? We've only seen a handful throughout the past. We did run these weekly for about 17 weeks. And speaking of that, let's look at a couple past results. Handpicked some good ones for you. We've had some ranked hoops legends, Bat and Rhyolite, getting some wins here in the past against known content creators like Tryhouse and Ranny. We've had up-and-coming new players like Wabi, or Wavy, and Gusky still playing. We have other content creators like JG Tenacity, pros like Creams, Cobb, and Spider, Prism's getting in there. We've had a lot of people in the ring, in the court, but ultimately, none of that matters. It only matters who's playing today.
And I'm excited for today because it also does feel like we're coming into this one without really a heavy favorite. You look at a lot of these matchups and you kind of have an idea of who theoretically should do pretty well in the matchup, and that's why you see a lot of 3-0s, 3-1s, and such, versus what I think today could really go to 5. If we see it go to that 5th game, I would not be surprised, but again, it's not really up to us. It's up to the players here, and I'm wondering how prepared they are because based on the warm-ups we were talking to them about before, it seems like both teams are definitely coming into this one at least confident in their own abilities.
I agree. We're talking to both teams, all 4 players beforehand, making sure we're all set up. They're all feeling pretty good. It's going to be a nice even one. I'm hoping for a game 5. I know everyone watching is as well. Let's move on into the predictions. This is where that juicy $100 Amazon gift card comes into play. Let's show them the screen.
This is URL TheeFURNAS predictions. Who will win the series?
Sponsoring this giveaway. Up at the top of the screen, you will see a hashtag to type into the chat. I believe it is hashtag Stripeless if you think Sunless and Striped will win, and hashtag Waybell if you think Waitin and Seabell will win. If you happen to predict the correct winner, at the end, your name will be in the drawing. The wheel spin for that $100 Amazon gift card. Get your votes in the chat. Your names will populate here at the bottom. Seeing a lot of Waybells so far. Anyone looking at Striped and Sunless?
Ooh, look like
there we go. We got one.
All right, there it is. Okay. I was hoping.
I think something to consider too is the little hash that Striped and Sunless had a while back too. Have they patched that up, or is it still lurking?
Speaking of lurking, Dano coming out of nowhere. But yes, no, it's extremely relevant. Are they going to be able to, hey, they had their little thing. It is what it is. Are they going to band together and work well as a team and get it done? Because it looks like they're the underdogs here. So far, at least according to the viewers.
So far, it does look like, a decent amount of people also still thinking that Sunless and Striped got this one. I don't feel like this is going to be too one-sided.
Am I allowed to enter my own giveaway?
I mean,
I'm going to do it.
I'll enter it.
And if I win, I just won't take it. But I'm voting for Striped and Sunless. I think they got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I just feel like they're again, nothing against Waitin and Seabell here. Just again, it feels like, considering the fact that there's just a little bit of workshop experience on the side of Sunless and Striped, you'd have to imagine they're coming into this one somewhat prepared. But again, in warm-up lobbies, Waitin was just absolutely decimating. So I don't know how to feel at this point here. I'm just ready to get into the action.
All right, well, we have another minute. We'll leave it open for the full time. Cast your vote. I know people are going to be coming in later saying, well, how do I win the money? This is how. You got to predict right here, right now. Put your money where your mouth is, or the potential to win some money where your mouth is. Right here. Vote. Not exclamation point. Hashtag Stripeless or hashtag Waybell, depending on the team you want to see win. The best of 5 series, by the way. It's not a one and done show match. There is a lot of time to pick up the slack, feel each other out, and develop a strategy. We've seen a lot of different things work in the past, but it's 5 games. First to 10 win by 2. Potentially 5 games, of course. It's going to be a big one.
Chance. Yeah,
there's a chance. I'm hoping for it. My fingers are crossed. Can't see it, but they're crossed, I swear.
I'm feeling the same way. Again, you never want to see a series where it's too one-sided, and even if it is, one of these things where it continues to go back and forth, the main thing you want to see is just like a good ending. We want to see this one, even if it's a 3-0, just close games the entire way through, making sure the two teams really do give it their all. And I think that both teams here today are probably going to do that. It does feel like this one of these things where, again, when you have these large content creators, it's bragging rights from here on out. You know that they're going to go into a video and all of a sudden match up and be like, yeah, you might be doing better here, but did you win the Furnace show match? Did you get that? Oh, no, you didn't?
Listen, there's nothing more important as a content creator than winning my show matches, okay? Clearly. It's been seen time and time again. As we do see, the time is up. No more votes will count, and Sunless and Striped have actually taken a 53% lead to 47 for Waybell. So this will be interesting. Without further ado, though, let's jump into it. I'm going to hop into the actual lobby here. Change to spectating. We do have both teams, and they are on the appropriate colors. So I'm going to go ahead and they're just warming up. They're playing around. Look at that. Striped getting a goal. Is that foreshadowing?
I'm proud of him. It was a great goal. Fantastic goal, if you will.
Beautiful. I saw all of 2 seconds of it. It was clearly a perfect goal. I'm going to go ahead and make sure everyone is ready in the game chat. But I'm excited. $250 on the line here, and another 100 for the viewers if they predict right. The votes have been cast. One person said send it. GLHF. That is right. All right, we are going to unpause and just let it happen.
You ready for this, Furnace?
First kickoff. Seabell's going for it, popping it high.
Already, we're seeing a lot different from what we were seeing before. Initially in the warm-up lobby, it was a little bit chaotic, if you will. Both teams just kind of sending it, hoping that something works out in their favor. This one's not going to work out all too well. That's too many hits, and that's going to be the first goal going in favor of Seabell and Waitin.
We see Sunless rocking the Merc. Clearly, he's liking it after that video he posted with the cash Merc, whatever the hell he called it. And he's hitting the ball a little bit too many times, though. They're going to concede the first point. Remember, 1st to 10, win by 2. These are not quick games. And we've seen lots of turnarounds. Even teams who are down 2 to 7 end up taking the lead and winning.
Good touch out of Sunless. That's going to be able to keep that one on the side. I don't think Waiton's going to have a touch here in air. Half the one, not going to be enough. So, you know, there's still a little bit of warm-up period here. Reading this ball off the ceiling or from these high hits is a little bit difficult, unfortunately.
I feel like I am a broken record whenever we start these off, but I always like to touch on the fact that this is weird. It's different. That back corner wall is a lot bigger than it looks. It feels like a small field as you're watching, but covering that entire ground, the floor is lava type deal, it can't touch, it is hard. And we see another defensive mistake here almost. Stripe getting credit. Didn't look like Waiton could pop it up.
To be fair, I mean, this is kind of what we were hearing before as well, is that the corners were going to be the hardest thing to read just because it's not usual. This is not the normal corners that you would see in everyday Rocket League, so being able to understand how these are going to bounce out is definitely going to be a bit of a different ball game. And speaking of different ball game, fakes on the kickoff, something you see in normal Rocket League, but something that's probably going to be implemented pretty heavily here today. Both teams are definitely going to find more and more strategies as time goes on. It does feel like right now, as much as it's, you know, just sort of see ball, hit ball, the further we get into this, the more that we're going to see that real intense strategy become prevalent.
When he gets it over. Little bit of a nice rally here. They're getting it back and forth. Good pinch. That placement, yeah. There it is, waiting. Watching this pinch. Yeah, he came off the wall. Great placement. He saw Sunless was all the way back. That Merc is not fast enough. And he's going to even it up 2-2. The ball falling through the ground on each kickoff. Hey, that's Workshops for you. A little bit goofy, but we're having a good time. Waiting, popping it up. Sunless is there.
Good touch. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. Again, corners still a factor here thus far. Every single shot that has been going off the corners has been so difficult for teams to read.
Yeah. That's why I make a point to say at the beginning, it's just weird. It's different. These reads, it's just a different game when you can't let it touch. You would typically just kind of let it bounce, maybe go for an air dribble. Not here.
Don't have the option. You got to make sure that you do something
They
spectacular.
only have one more.
Oh, that ain't spectacular. I don't think that's going to be enough there, unfortunately.
Great placement. He's already, you can see Stripe already using those corner walls to his advantage. He knows the reads are tough. We've already mentioned it 4 times, and we're only 1:20 into this first game. He's catching on. They're learning quick. There's a reason these guys are where they are within the community. They're smart people, ladies and gentlemen.
Touch out of Stripe. What are we going to see in response here? Waiting on the backboard. Pops it out. If SIKEEE reaches this, it's going to be a decent shot, but quite enough. Sunless meeting him out at midfield there. Made him kind of second guess on spiking that one down, and for good reason. I just feel like both teams are definitely starting to figure out how to make some volleys back and forth here rather than just sort of diving at the ball aggressively. Even diving at the ball aggressively, though, Waiton's left SIKEEE by himself. Good follow-up touch, and we'll get one, just barely over halfway. Sunless, though, even better response, but SIKEEE will keep this one up, and here's the rally you and I were hoping for, Furnace.
Yes,
this one has already gotten intense.
Oh, and off the back wall. It's just too fast. Stripe getting another one. He's a sniper out here on the field, on the court, I should say. Using those angles. Waiton was there, but not close enough. 5-2. They're starting to run away with it just a little bit, but then again, that 1st to 10, it's a long game.
Especially when you have to get a 2-goal lead for that as well. You can easily see a turnaround here. All of a sudden, we go to 8-8, and it becomes a little bit more of an intense ball game. And speaking of intense ball games, Stripe trying to make this one a bit fancy, trying to ride the line out at midfield. But there's the issue. If you ride it too aggressively, you just leave yourself exposed, and Sunless not quite able to recover.
Great hit by SIKEEE. Again, if you can work that back corner wall into your hits, into your strategy, it's pretty foolproof so far. Sunless on the kickoff, popping it to Waiton. Good touch. Will SIKEEE get there? We haven't seen many middle wall spikes yet, but it doesn't really seem like it's necessary. Striped another he's using placement. He's hitting it to where they're not, and it's working.
They're just playing this one carefully. Again, we talked about this, I think, in not necessarily pre-show, but in the green room behind the scenes about how it is difficult to cover the entirety of this pitch with only 2 players. When you only have the 2 cars, you got to be rather careful. That's why we say that those dives out of midfield, as beneficial as they might be, they are a bit aggressive. And if you miss them, like Waiton misses here, it's now all on Seabell to try and recover. Not impossible, but it's going to be pretty difficult, and they're all 3 of their touches. They now need to let this one drop, and Waiton will do the gentlemanly thing, spike it to the ground and let it go. And Sunless and Striped, they find their 7th.
A little bit further, a little bit closer to that 10-point target. Yeah, just a little bit awkward here. You do see that from time to time. You're there, you're under the ball, but you don't pop it up enough to actually make a second follow-up hit. We're going to see that more, I guarantee it. Seabell on the kickoff, popping it nice and slow. Striped, receiving. Does Sunless have a good hit? No, he does not. The first own goal of the event, if I'm not mistaken. That ball would... it's not even close. Sunless, come on.
That's not like that's one of those ones where you look at it and you go, you know, oh, we've had some errant touches, some players not necessarily be able to touch exactly how they want and drop it a little bit low. That's basically an own goal. I'll agree with you on that one there. 7-4, 2.5 minutes for 2.5 minutes into this one. It does feel like the 2 teams are starting to slow down a little bit rather than just sort of continually bang it back and forth. We're seeing a lot more strategic touches. Okay, maybe the worst time for me to say that. It's all right. You know what? We wanted to come back anyways. I wanted the narrative, and now we're getting one. 7-5 within 2 are Waiton and Seabell.
It'll be interesting to see if Sunless keeps the Merc equipped for every game or if he dips out in between games and comes back with a more traditional car. That was just an awkward hit. Can we blame the car?
I mean, is he allowed to do that, or is he like locked in now at this point?
No, he can change cars.
Sure, like
I'll let it happen. We've had it happen in the past. I got no problem with it.
Come on now, cash Merc, baby, cash Merc.
I mean, look, I want to see the Merc as an underdog get the win. And Jesus, Seabell was there and just flew right past it, a flyby whiff. Let me watch this again.
No. So it just bounces up, Waiton gets it to the ceiling. It doesn't hit ceiling. That might be what disoriented Seabell there. You know what? I did this in the warm-up lobbies. I don't blame you, brother. Same thing happened to me.
Ladies and gentlemen watching at home, it is way easier said than done. You truly have to experience this map to understand how chaotic it is. And how chaotic it can get. Seabell getting credit. Who hit this? Who came in and ruined this play?
Okay, so Sunless on the backboard, tries to dive it. Striped just missed.
Striped came in, stole it, and just own gold. Okay.
You know what? It happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us.
Bold strategy. We'll see how that one plays out.
Bold moves, Cotton. Let's see how that works.
8-6, getting closer. We're getting within striking
territory.
Oh no! This is typical for game 1, though. You see these just little errors. They're feeling it out. They're getting used to the map. It's very different. I am going to be a broken record, but I can't say it enough.
Oh, that was just... Oh, boy. You got to feel for the players, especially when we had such long back and forth rallies initially, and then all of a sudden we get to this where it's both teams trying to get a little bit more aggressive, and as a result, the touches are just a little bit more chaotic. I mean, it's not too unexpected, but it is a little bit unfortunate, I guess is the best way to put it. Oh, speaking of unfortunate, wait a minute, this one's still up? There's a shit.
Wait, no. Were they at 3?
No, they were not at 3. Wait, hold up. All right, one. Striped had 2 touches. They were. It was 3. No!
Dang, I was expecting the tap back up. And by the way, that was game point for the blue team. They did not capitalize, but they're still there. It's 9-7, first to 10, win by 2. That means if they score here, they take game 1. Will they do it? The striped-less team looking to close it out. Seabell's going to have this. Pop it over. Sunless is there.
Oh.
Maybe. Does it clear? It does not.
No!
Oh!
That's why that midfield's risky. You got to be careful if you're going to try and challenge on this mid wall like Sunless is doing here. You need to make sure you get a solid touch. And when that one just gets awkward for Stripe, it's their last chance to close this one out straight up. Otherwise, we're heading to an overtime where it's still win by 2, and that's going to make it a whole lot more difficult.
Overtime based on technicality, that is the win by 2 rule. Waiting might pop this right down. Nice, he does.
Yo!
He is starting to distance himself a little bit mechanically, although Striped is giving him a run for his money. They're both finding the placements when they're there. They're capitalizing on opportunities, and we have a tie game out here on the courts, 9-9. anyone's game, and this is what we all wanted, a close series. Popping it.
Pop up.
We're seeing some pass plays develop. They're evolving.
That was a really tough commit out of Sunless there. That could have gone very bad, very quick. Oh, speaking of very bad, very quick, though, Sunless a good spike to the backboard there. SIKEEE going to have to try and recover. No, that is a less good of a spike out of Sunless.
Less
the
good
first
of a
one
spike.
was so pretty. That one was not.
What a freaking hit by SIKEEE too. Just barely clears the net, and that's the difference right there. Just finds the space. 9-10. Now they're on game point. Orange team, Wayton and SIKEEE, will they close it out?
It'd be from behind as well. The comeback victory would be huge for them.
Indeed. It's all up to Wayton here. He gets a great touch. This should be fine, but it's not. Was that 3 hits?
That was 3, and it's not going to be enough. It's all right. It's all right. 10-10. Hey, listen, we wanted a close game number 1. We're getting a close game number 1.
I'm liking it. God, they were both there. Just didn't quite go far enough. Ends up bouncing back off the middle wall. The middle wall's tricky. It's tricky for so many different reasons, but man, hits off of the top of it. They could go anywhere. It's rounded. It's awkward. Speaking of awkward, a double commit, but it does go over. SIKEEE to space. Striped is there. Sunless, will he get it? He does, but the middle wall? The spike, let's go.
Oh my,
Love it.
oh my. SIKEEE, this is filthy, my guy. You're not just pre-jumping mid, you are literally getting it in the narrowest of angles in the corner. They didn't even give a chance. I don't think, even if you had been there, I don't think there's a way you save that.
I'm not sure. I'm just happy that this is going the distance. Wayton gonna spike it down. Striped is there. Sunless had to make a U-turn. There is time. It's gonna take a good hit, and they do not get it. I believe that was 3. Maybe not. Well, it doesn't matter at this point.
They're just trying to keep it up. Sunless and Striped are like, you know what?
Because that's
We
game
know what
point.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's game point. They
GGs for
knew
game
what's up.
1. Wow.
Come from behind, too. They were down, what was it, like 8-5 at some point?
Yeah. A 7-3, right?
Woo! Chat, let
A
us know.
beautiful game 1. And we're gonna pause it and reset as we bring it on back. Bass, how are you feeling? Does your prediction change? Because I have officially predicted for Stripeless. But they didn't win game 1. I'm sticking to my guns. I think they got what it takes. But it's going to be a battle. Every single game I could see being just as close. A 10-12 victory in favor of Wayton and SIKEEE.
I would say I'm going to stick with my pick. Because, again, it wasn't necessarily the fact that Sunless and Striped played poorly there. It was more the fact that it took them a second to figure out how to start actually being a little bit more lethal with the ball. Initially, they were definitely winning the rallies. They were doing a lot better. And then SIKEEE and Wayton started to get some better shots overall. And that was where Sunless and Striped started to struggle a little bit. Their ability to play defense is what needed to step up. So, you know, game 1 a little bit shaky, but I got faith in my boys. I'm not going to back out. I still think that they've got this one pretty much in the bag, but I will be honest. SIKEEE and Wayton by far impressing me when it comes to their striking.
I agree. But I like it. Sticking to your guns. I'm doing the same thing. Let's get back into it. Game number 2. We're going to see a kickoff. I think orange team's got it. No, blue team's got it. I guess that makes sense. All is well. SIKEEE with the first return hit. Sunless is there on the middle wall and a nice dunk of sorts. About a second opportunity. Oh!
Sunless getting aggressive. He's in the face of them. He's not letting them get past midfield right now. Stripe's going to do the exact same thing. Pops it high. Sunless is there, but he's not going to get the touch. That dunk would have been something else. Uh-oh.
Oh! And it's too far. First strike for SIKEEE and the orange team.
This is what I'm saying, man, with the aggressiveness out of SIKEEE and out of Wayton right now. They are just starting to get in the face of Sunless and of Stripe, and this is going to be a problem.
It's also 2 absolute dunks. Stuffing the turkeys. Didn't realize it was Thanksgiving. But SIKEE's out here on the middle wall, not letting anything through. And the fake kickoff coming out of the Stripeless squad. Striped is up high. He's going to hit the wall. Absolutely slams his head into it. And Sunless was not there. Or he was
gonna
close.
They're getting close, but I think that's the big issue is that, like, when you get to that midfield, if you are off by, like, a half a second, you're slamming into the mid wall, and you have no dunk anymore. And that's the issue is that it feels like Stripe and Sunless are starting to get aggressive there, but rather than hanging out on that front wall, they're just kind of diving at it, hoping they get there in time. And it's not the worst strategy, but I do think that maybe hanging around that mid wall, that strategy we've seen from some other players in previous Workshop days as well, might be a bit more effective for them. Well, to be fair, it's a nice shot out of Sun. Let's see if he can find a follow-up. Another spike down. Wayne and SIKEEE are both there, but neither one of them gets a touch. Crossed wires, and that'll be enough for the first for Sunless and Striped.
It's gonna be another close one here.
Oh, no.
Absolutely slamming each other. Not a good hit.
Oof. I got no other words.
Just oof.
Yup.
I concur. Waiting with a nice kickoff. Sunless playing it to the side. There's time. Who's going to take it? No one's going to take it. They have one more hit, though.
Wait, no way.
Relax. There it is. Striped. A safe play, but it plays over regardless. Is Sunless there? He's not. Interesting.
That hurts.
Interesting.
I honestly think he expected more power there. You can see him start to drive up the back wall. Was probably expecting Waiton to bang that one as powerfully as he could, and unfortunately, with the just lack there of power, it's going to catch them off guard. It still feels like, I'm going to say it again, SIKEEE and Waiton just looking a little bit more lethal with their strikes. They're just a bit more efficient with their offense. The variation in power that they're bringing has made them a very hard duo to predict.
See, have the flip reset. Will he use it? Doesn't matter. Never mind.
Uh-oh.
A little bit awkward here. Not a lot of power for any of these hits. And they're both staring the ball down, trying to figure out who has it. Oh, man. 1-4 in game 2. Sunless and Striped starting to look a little bit more shaky. A few more defensive errors. But it's not even halfway over. You can't write anything out. Anything can happen. And they are on the kickoff.
Leave us for Waiton. All right, I get it. I mean, I probably would have just had SIKEEE spike that again and then have Waiton start lurking at it mid.
Only has one more hit. Yeah, unfortunate. I don't know, man. The Merc might just be a little bit too chunky for this game mode.
I feel like, okay, you've obviously casted more of these than I have. Is the Dominus kind of like OP in this? Because I feel like for some reason, like the Plank would just be so valuable in a game mode like this.
You know, it all comes down to personal preference, but I do think that it gives an advantage. You can really get underneath the ball with the lower hitbox height, right? Because being there is only half of the battle, right? You need to be able to pop it up to your teammate or up over the middle net, and it doesn't look like a high net, but it is hard to get the right placement. Then again, Stripe's getting it done here. To space, and SIKEEE just ends up ultimately own goaling, although it was close. 2-5.
I will say, I am starting to feel like, you know, part of the reason we are seeing so many cross wires is all 4 of the players are in 1VC right now. Trying to call out who's going for the ball has got to be near impossible. Everybody speaking at once. I mean,
I wasn't sure if they were all in the same voice chat or not. I know they said they might want to. That's hilarious, though.
Oh, no.
Someone's getting it done, regardless of the lack of hard calming. Waiton pops it up, but there's just not enough time to get under it. Although they did. Man, if they had a 4th hit, it would have been great, but
That would have been clean. Would have been
a little
nice.
too late.
To those asking why are they all in one voice call, they chose that. That is not our decision.
They did choose that, yes,
They
sir.
asked for that. That was their desire, and I can't really blame them. It's probably got to be a lot of fun to do so, but at the same time, yeah, double commits like that are going to be flying aplenty, and oh no, Sunless, he can't read it off the wall. I feel you, brother. I've been there many, 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 many times here in Rocket League.
Look at this, off that corner wall.
Oh, no.
That was 2 hits also. Man, I just can't get underneath it.
All right.
I don't know what else to say. It looks awkward because it is. It's just hard.
At this point, I'm starting to wonder, are you feeling the same thing as me, which is maybe our predictions may
The
not be as
double.
surefire?
The triple.
How many times?
The
did I get it?
quadruple. Quintuple. I don't know what came after quintuple, so thank God they hit it. What a fake kickoff. Strategy coming out of the blue
It's
team.
not even going to work, is it? They're going to
We'll
still
see.
get dunked on this one.
Well, Maybe.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hold my
Son,
breath.
let's do it.
No!
Son, let's do it. No! All that faking and
Oh
for
my
what?
God. The penta
Dang.
fake did not pay off. It's allowed.
It's allowed. It is by the rules. They are allowed to do that. We do permit that. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
I'm getting nervous though, man. It really does feel like this is not just like I don't know
We had
what
the
it
same
is.
situation in game 1.
It's true.
And the
it's
team
true,
that
it's
was
true.
losing ended up getting it done
Good point.
just like this. It was 7-3, then 74, then 7-5. They're
We're in
clearly
overtime
reading
now?
the script very precisely.
That's
I
why we pay
commend
our
them
script
for it.
writers. That's why we pay them.
That's why they're getting the big bucks.
Yes, sir. Speaking of big bucks right now, honestly, if Seabell and Waiton go up, they're probably taking the big bucks home at this point. I just don't reverse
They
sweep. Like, come on now. Like that's possible, but it's gonna be difficult again, considering the fact that the wires keep getting crossed for Sunless and Striped. I'm not even gonna comment on this one. This one's just unfortunate.
Oh, he hit it up to the ceiling, yeah.
And bang.
No, I didn't see that the first time.
Yup.
Wow. Talk
Did he
about
just-
unlucky.
Oh, Ravage in chat. Did he just dunk him? Yes, absolutely. He absolutely just dunked his own teammate. Did he mean to?
That's a different
Review the
story.
tapes. You know, review the tapes. Figure it out. And
I'm checking the script. I'm checking the script. It's not in there.
Oh
They're
boy.
failing.
What about this? This in the script?
Ooh. I don't know. Yeah, no, not in there.
Yikes.
4-9.
Listen, they're trying their best. They're trying to stay on script. They got to ad-lib every once in a while, and this isn't an ad-lib. This is more improv. I don't really know what to call that one there.
I
4
think
to
we're
9.
starting
I
to
mean,
see they're just kind of they're getting excited. They want to hit the ball. They want to clang it back, but we're gonna need some teamwork here to get it done. It is game point for Waiton and Seabell. Still game point, but doesn't look quite as bad now. 5-9.
I got this. The easy
Great
comeback.
kickoff.
Easy comeback. Seabell smashing skip replay in chat. He's just like, I feel you, brother. Feel you there.
Seabell looking like not the best read on that hit. They don't want to make it too boring in the chat. I would agree.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
Man, what are
Sunless,
you
you
gonna
got
do
one last
here?
chance. What are you
He
gonna-
does it!
What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Unfortunately.
Uh-oh.
Not enough. Waiting in prime positioning, and he does take it with the spike play to end game 2
That
and
is
put them on
a-
series point as far as a best of 5 looks. And I need
That's
to
a
make
heck of a
sure I
shot,
don't
too.
forget to pause it. Let's take it to the casting booth. Bass. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a little nervous for the striped list squad. Blue team. They're not coming together like they were in game 1. And they couldn't hold the lead in game 1.
I don't have any words right now for this. I'm getting nervous. Sunless, Striped, my boys, you got to try and pick this one up. Listen, it's nothing against Seabell and Waiton, but like, I'm an analyst. All I do for a living is scream at video games. I kind of have to do one thing right, and that's predict my analysis. Like, you got to give me this one thing. Come on now. Like, Seabell and Waiton, I know you're listening right now, and I'm begging you. Just let me make this competitive. Make it seem like I know slightly what I'm talking about.
Take it to a game
man.
4, please.
Slightly.
Please.
Please. I'm hoping. I'd like to see. I still think that Striped and Sunless can turn this one around. It just kind of feels like, again, it's the cross wires. Every once in a while we see a double commit, and it just kind of throws them into a tizzy.
Ravage in the chat. What a fantastic suggestion. That'll make them play a little bit harder. Whoever wins gets to take the other team's channels on YouTube.
A
Sunless
collective
needs
2
a
million
fire.
subscribers just given away like that.
Man, oh man. All right, well, let's get into game number 3. Waiton and Seabell looking like they're in a good position to take home the $250 prize. What will Sunless and Striped do about it?
Uh-oh.
Well, they're going to start by scoring and taking the lead off the rip. The great kickoff. Kind of just... Yeah, Waiton didn't get there. And Seabell wasn't quite underneath it. Okay.
I think it's fine. Yeah, Listen,
that's what we
need
like.
We need a good start
Claps.
for Striped and Sunless here so that we can, you know, see ourselves a little bit of a solid back and forth between the two teams. It's absolutely possible. And, yeah, I agree with chat. They're trying now. Yes, they turned on the Jets.
The
They've
monitors
actually-
have been turned on, actually.
Exactly. They just turned on their monitors for the first time all day. And, oh my, they might need to Quick restart. The monitors, the flashed off. They just got to turn them back on again. Easy peasy.
They gotta wait for the G-Sync or FreeSync's gotta kick in real quick first. All right, give it 30 seconds.
Give him some time. Give him some time.
And that was a great little team play attempt, but Stripe just didn't get the power that was necessary there. But hey, 1-1. These games are long. You've seen it. Everyone here has seen it. And the fake kickoff.
It worked. Got past
We
Seabell.
gotta tell Seabell that he's not allowed to be on middle wall and kickoff.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. You know what? Karma. Karma comes around. You try to cheat and you get punished for it. Boom.
I feel like I forgot to mention that earlier, so that's on me. Ultimately, didn't end up affecting the score, so I'm cool with it.
They were being mean in Discord.
Yellow flag, winky face. I can't tell who's typing because for me it just,
So,
as
the
the
final
host, it
one.
says you.
Yeah, so the final one is balanced. The one before that is Seabell, and that one, if you could not tell, I believe was striped off the backboard. That was
Wait, what happened here?
we don't need it. It's nothing. Whatever. Nothing.
We're just gonna forget that one. We'll skip the replay real quick. Yep. Okay, moving on.
GG's go next. GG's go next.
30 seconds in. Time doesn't matter in this game, but it is fun to talk about it from time to time. A lot of goals so far in this first 30-some seconds, but now Sunless getting another one, 3-2, regaining that lead. The Merc, he's sticking with it. He's playing that corner wall. And I'm not really sure how they didn't.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have just, I don't know. Are we throwing?
Listen, man. All I'm gonna say is that if I were in this, if I were in this lobby, I would probably be doing the same. Now, listen, it's content at this point. Everybody just gets a point. They're gonna get to 8-8 without anybody touching the ball, and then we're just gonna see like absolute sandy.
Just serve points.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody just
Scoring
goes back and forth,
time.
ace after ace after ace after ace, until eventually we get to like 9-9, and then we have a single point that lasts.
No. They're gonna get to 15-15.
Okay.
And then start playing. That's what they sent me a DM. I approved. Give them
That's the new plan.
The final approval. Sunless though gonna nice.
Ooh!
Wow. He
Okay,
waited.
Sunless.
The fake. You
That was
can call it a
clever.
fake, right? Yeah, he
that is
didn't.
definitely a fake.
They expected that high. Wow. Fantastic way to regain the lead.
Go. Come on, Stripes and Sun. Let's make me, again, prove that I actually seemingly somewhat know what I'm talking about when I call myself an analyst. That's all I'm looking for here, man. It's just like a little bit of redemption. And I gotta stop hyping these dudes up. Every time I hype them up, it comes back to bite me.
Oh, man. An interesting turn of events here. They're going back and forth. Will either team take the lead? The fake kickoffs have been instrumental. That's 2 touches, but that's all he needed.
Uh-oh.
Right to him.
Oh, that's a beautiful touch. Wait a minute. Oh, Sunless! No, the dunk didn't work out. That would have been so pretty.
Or did it? They can't both hit it. It didn't matter. Neither of them did.
Again! I don't think I've ever seen it bounce off the middle like that.
These are the weakest touches ever. It's just going up and down in the middle. That middle wall is insane. It's nobody's friend and everyone's friend at the same time.
Remember how we said that we were just going to have kickoff goals until eventually someone was going to find themselves like an insane
they heard us and they
rally?
decided to change their
Here's the
strategy.
rally. What we were hoping for the entire time. Okay, I have got to stop complimenting teams. Every time I do, and everything breaks down. You know what? It's all right. I like the rally. It was fun to watch.
I agree. I concur. I'm going to start saying that. It just sounds fancy. I have a good education, ladies and gentlemen. Striped getting credit for that one to give themselves the lead yet again. It's been the narrative here in Game 3. Seabell.
All right.
Decent
Clean
kickoff.
kickoff.
Neither of them really got to it in time. And
No!
okay.
So hard for that last point. And then that's how that goes. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Brutal. Every time they start to make it work, they can't follow it up with a second fantastic set of plays, whatever you want to call it, a rally. have to see if either team starts to get some momentum. It seems like both teams are doing things good and also doing things bad like that. Waiting, whiffing. He was twirling, feeling good, adding some spice. Forgot to hit the ball though. It's a tough one. Makes it a little bit hard to score.
I was so excited too. Like, SIKEEE had such a good recovery. It bounces off the midfield so perfectly. It's set up, and all you got to do is just tap it to the other half. And I feel you there, Waiting. I've done that multiple times here today, just in the warm-up lobby. So it's all right. And I've also done what Sunless just did. Although I have not done what Stripe just did. Good recovery to pop that one past midfield here, and it's not gonna matter. SIKEEE, honestly, just a good shot. Perfectly puts it off the corner there, and that's way too hard for Reed to Sunless.
Tough one. Off that corner wall, you expect it to come and, you know, bounce in front of you. That's how regular Rocket League works. Not here, not now. What's the challenge? Who said that? I can't see.
Are we pausing? What are we pausing?
Pause?
Are we pause?
Oh, I don't know what to do. On? Yeah, good question. Wait, you want to pause? We gotta figure out what we're doing here. Do I pause?
Yeah, that was me asking for a pause. Is that what we're asking for? No? No? Oh, okay.
No? Okay. 7 to 6. A little bit of confusion. I'm gonna apologize, but it has nothing to do with me, and that's all right. Stripe popping it up. Sunless has space. Oh, he could have. I feel like he could have spiked that there, but that's fine. He got it over. Waiting, taking his time. Good hit. Uh-oh. Sunless went up too. That's just gonna fall right in. 7 to 7.
Keeping it close.
We're seeing more double commits come out of the stripeless side of things. Also, that ceiling hit, I mean, it just comes down so fast, and you don't have the added benefit of letting it bounce back up. The ground is the goal, obviously, and a freaking another fake kickoff for the blue team. They're utilizing them, and it works, apparently.
It does. Listen, this is kind of what we were hoping for, is this back and forth, the two teams starting to figure out strategies. We said that the kickoffs were going to become integral the further we got into this, and that doesn't prove it. I don't know what is going to. 8 to 7 here in favor of Stripeless, and I just want to see them win at least this game so that we can go to a game number 4 and keep this one competitive, because it does feel like this has been such a back and forth series. If it was a 3 to 0 in favor of Waiting and SIKEEE, it just wouldn't feel right, and that one feels oh so wrong.
Just taking my time to watch this one. It was a good pop-up by Sunless, and Stripe. It seemed like he probably pre-jumped from a little bit farther out, and just did not calculate that one correctly. 8 to 8, still anyone's game. 1st to 10, win by 2. Got at least 2 more goals coming in.
Touch.
And there's one of them, Striped, putting them on game point here. They are thirsty to get a win on the board. They do not want to get swept here for this $250 volleyball show match.
Great shot.
Will they close it out?
I mean,
the Merc.
Think the Merc's
all I
got superpowers.
Just the Merc.
You still think he's got superpowers from the Merc? I feel like he's got superpowers from the Merc.
That might be it.
No
good pop
way.
up. Wait, they have one more hit, I believe, and Striped is gonna beat him. No, he's not. I think he had it, but Sunless popping it up, Waiting, back flipping, and we all get our wish. A game 4, 10 to 8. That was back and forth up until the last moment. Sunless with a good placement. Those back wall reads are just awkward and goofy, and we're gonna pause and bring it on over to the casting booth. There you are.
All right.
You popped in there. No, you're good. You're good. Thoughts? Are we feeling confident? I'm getting a little bit more confident. I'm liking it. Blue team.
I'm liking this.
Throwing one on.
I mean, the big thing is that we're seeing, I would say, a little bit more cohesion out of Striped and Sunless. I think the biggest thing still kind of holding them back is those moments where they do double commit, but it's less frequent, and they're definitely also starting to get a little bit more offense together. Again, the touches before out of Waiting and SIKEEE were just always good and really lethal. Now it feels like Sunless and Striped are a little bit more prepared, and we're seeing some more back and forth rallies that don't end in double commits as often as they were before.
Listen, anything you say, I'm not going to be able to follow up with a nice sounding analytical thought here as the most amateur caster of all time. But listen, I like what I saw out there. It was a little shaky, but they got it done. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Did you get your hand raised? Did your team get written out as the winner? Move on in the bracket. Now, this isn't a tournament, but there's $250 on the line, and they want to get it done. We're going to head into game number 4 here, as I forgot to reset the scoreboard. Struggling, but we do have one on the board for the blue team. And I guess unpause. There we go. All right. Woo! Everything's reset. Another game. We'll see. Does it go back and forth like it did last time? Sunless is sticking to the Merc yet again. I'm not sure if he knows he has the option to switch. Then again, not sure if he even cares. Popping it up. That's going to be good enough. I believe that was the third. It seems like it's going to be
that was 4. That was 4.
Oh, tough one, tough one.
Challenge.
If we pause,
Stripe wants to challenge. He wants to look back.
We do this.
Just making sure.
Wait, what happened?
Sunless, they're not actually challenging. Sunless just says, I'm making sure you want to pay attention. Let's go to VAR.
So there we go. Give it to Orange.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, and they get kickoff, which is kind of just a 50-50. Ruling out the field favors Orange, and then they get a nice kickoff goal to make it.
We had ball. They scored. Wait, what? Wait, actually, I'm realizing.
Yeah. It
all right, hold up. Yeah, they're right. No, that challenge is fair.
Who has kickoff right now?
I can't tell. It's in director mode. Now it's kickoff to them. Oh, now it's correct kickoff.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, when you reset from kickoff, it literally chooses at random. It might be a lot of confusion, and it's going to potentially get into some heads here as Sunless is going to score off this relatively basic weak sauce kickoff. SIKEEE just not quite ready for it. 1-1. All is well that ends well. Starting off game 4 with a bang. Sunless and Striped. They want to repeat what happened last game. They want to send it to a game 5. They do not want to go home here this early.
Don't blame them. Dude, they've been getting a very competitive series. You kind of feel like they should at least take this to game 5 at minimum. Although, I will say they are getting a little bit of assistance out of their opponents. Again, it feels like they're trying to hold on to this midfield wall here for SIKEEE and Waiton, and it's just kind of overexposing them.
I said it at the beginning, it's high risk, high reward, and right there's the risk example. SIKEEE was there, but he didn't quite get the stuffing, the spike that he wanted, and then, just goes to space. No one there to defend. 2-1 here. Well, Stripe, does that go over? It does. Waiting, weak hit, but it's up technically. Another one, he needs to clear it now. Fantastic hit. Does Sunless have the read? It's actually not over.
Oh!
The spectator camera angle fooled me a little bit. 3-1. This is what we like to see. And by we, I mean those who voted #Stripeless. I was one of them.
Those who are biased is what I'm hearing, correct?
Oh, 110%.
Usually we try to stay unbiased here in the booth. I think at this point...
No. We're rewriting the rules right here, right now.
Okay, so this is just a Striped and Sunless fan club at this point. Is that what I'm understanding?
Can be. Although that's a pretty... I want a better name than that.
The Stripeless fan club? Is that better? There we go. Okay.
SIKEEE? Not the spike we were looking for. Does he have another one, or does Waiton there? Waiton is there.
Oh, clever. No!
Although... Oh no! 4-1.
It was such a good play. This was so good. Literally, Waiton called SIKEEE off, played it perfectly, but he didn't need for an extra time. That was totally going over if Waiton hadn't blocked that, correct?
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
that's such just a great example. Like, the ceiling hits, they slam down so fast. It doesn't really make sense. I feel like the ceiling is not as high as regular Rocket League. I could be wrong. I have no idea what I'm talking about. What I do know is that Sunless failed to get it over and is technically going to own goal there as he was the last one to touch it. Waiting, getting credit off that kickoff. 4-2.
Oof. Now, sometimes that's all I really can describe these plays as, is just a big old oof. And that's definitely one of those ones, because it felt like Striped or Sunless probably had the chance to get that one off the half. 90 seconds into this, we've got 6 goals. It feels like this one's going to be a little bit less rallying and a little bit more spiking and just sort of shooting with full force.
Sunless dude there. He just flopped past it.
Got a fake, man. Oh, no!
Someone there? Oh, boy.
Oh, they can keep this up. They can keep this
up. He gets it. SIKEEE's not afraid to hit it right back in their face.
It's gonna be bad. Oh, no.
They need one more. Good setup, though. Oh no. I feel bad for laughing because honestly, you don't want to see me out there. It would be much worse. Sunless had the opportunity though. Ultimately not the favorable hit that he was looking for, and it is now within 1, 4-3 here in game 4.
You kind of saw that one happening out of the corner too. Sunless just kind of took a second to try and read it off the wall. And you know what? I understand that because that's me in every single ranked game I've ever played in history. So I can't blame you for that one. What I can do, though, is unfortunately give you an update of the score line. I believe it was 4-1 at some point. Now 4-3. It does feel like we're starting to see the comeback out of SIKEEE and
Momentum
Wayton.
shift, as some would call it.
Dude, they may just be mad about losing the last one. After having the ability to close out the series, I think they're a little bit more determined now. Good example, SIKEEE. That is beyond aggression out of midfield.
Awkward, though.
Oh, no!
SIKEEE forcing the own goal. What a great pass accidentally by Wayton right into the bottom of Sunless and straight down. 4-4.
I just feel bad because people in chat are like, hey, they're not even camping the front wall. I want them to camp the front wall. Guys, this is why they're not camping the front wall. This is the issue. Well, maybe, all right, never mind. Apparently playing back doesn't help much either here. I don't know what the optimal strategy is.
Oh my gosh, J-Nick in the chat reminding me of one of the dumbest inside jokes of all time, but we got to bring it up now that I said something. The Sigma ratio is dead for all 17 weeks. Can't say all, but 95% of the games, something ridiculous like that. We saw a 6-3 scoreline at some point. 3-6, 6-3, whatever. And we've called that the Sigma ratio scoreline. Not happening here in game number 4, though, as it is 5-4. Unfortunate.
Ooh, that's a great touch, though.
I was going to say make it 6-4, but not quite.
Get a rally? Oh, we might be getting a rally for
That's
a little
a
while.
good
That's a
hit.
great touch.
Yes, it is.
Oh!
Sunless.
I want to see that stay up, though. Could you imagine if Wayton got in this touch?
They were close.
Like, just popped it. Oh, so close.
He ping-ponged it a little bit. 6-4, okay. Okay. Regaining the lead. Distancing the lead. SIKEEE, nice kickoff.
Uh-oh.
Not a favorable hit by Striped, and he'll go ahead and slam dunk own goal there.
Do I need to mention
Spike
what
it.
happened there?
There we go, insane. I said there we go. Insane
I
was.
mean-
Who said insane?
SIKEEE.
God, I hate that it doesn't show the right names for me. That's all right, though. SIKEEE with a fantastic goal.
SIKEEE also did not know how to spell favoritism and has probably done it in the most haphazard way I've ever seen. I barely could tell that was favoritism.
Favoritism.
Favoritism. I don't even... Is there an R in it? Did he put an R in there? Yes, at the end. At favoritism.
Your guess is as good as mine. SIKEEE, though.
Oh, no.
You know, his mind was in the right place. He wanted to just kind of get under it, pop it up, but it had too much, I guess, horizontal momentum there. Yeah, it just flies on back. Own goal, technically, if we can call it that. 7-5 here. Striped getting credit. Will we see a fit kickoff for the first time from the orange team? Probably not actually the first time, but it feels like they haven't utilized that truly god-tier mechanic. SIKEEE was there for the stuff. Wayton keeps it up. They only have one hit. It's not going to be enough. That was insane, though.
It was
Watch
really
this.
just well done. I mean, SIKEEE, he just challenges out of mid. But again, this is the issue right now is that those challenges are so risky. And for, I would say, you know, first couple games, if SIKEEE and Wayton are still just on this streak that they've been on, sure, you lost the last game. Sunless and Striped have very clearly come to life. You do not want to give them another chance to stay in this one. If you're SIKEEE and Wayton, you want to finish the series out now. Otherwise, you're dealing with a reverse sweep. And they just might 9-5 Sunless using that midfield to his advantage.
I love what I'm seeing here. Game point for hashtag Stripedless. As they bring it 9-5, they're playing much more consistently in this game. The defensive errors have been minimized, and that's going to be the difference here. We see a lot of defensive errors for both teams. You can start minimizing them. You start lengthening your lead, right? Making it bigger and better, and that was a great clear. Does SIKEEE have what it takes? He does not. Wayton was looking a little bit timid there. I'm not sure what's happening. But a clear momentum shift, and game 4 going in Sunless and Stripes' favor. We will see a game 5, ladies and gentlemen. I'm liking what I'm seeing as we bring it to the desk. It's not really a desk, but you know, I'm feeling good.
I have a desk in front of me.
Hey, blue team. Are they gonna get it done?
I mean, that's a second 10-5 game in a row. That was not just a win out of Striped and Sunless. That is 2 pretty dominant wins in a row here. It feels like CBEL and Waiton, what was their initial strategies doing well, have kind of gone out the window. Like, dude, they got that done quick, too. That was a 4-minute game. That wasn't even one of our lengthier ones. That
not
was just
even
like
4. 3:43 is what I'm seeing.
Dude, they were on that. They were ready.
They were ready. And we do see some conspiracy theorists in the chat saying that they are conspiring in the voice chat, trying to bring it to a game 5. You're just mad. Sipping that copium because your team, Waybell, #Waybell, is not getting it done. But we'll see. It is truly anyone's game. All of these have been close. 10-5, you could argue is not close, but it was close until it wasn't. The momentum, it's been shifting back and forth. I'm excited here for game 5 as we get into it. Actually, I'm not going to technically change the screen until I reset it so it looks cool. It's going to look better. The longer I talk, the worse it gets. And we're transitioning. Game 5.
You believe in the reverse sweep? You think it's going to happen here?
I'm not changing my pick.
You're sticking with it?
That's not the type of person that I am.
What about now?
Well, Waiton does get it done. And take the first point. So, you know, might not be looking so good, but look. First to 10. You've seen how long all of these games are, except the last one a little bit quick. But besides that outlier, these games are back and forth for a while. 1 point doesn't mean anything here. Striped on the kickoff.
Is that thing up?
It stayed
up.
up.
Oh my gosh.
The corners of the walls keep it up. It's interesting.
What?
Good rally so far, back and forth.
They're
yeah,
still
take a deep
keeping
breath.
This one. I can't believe this. This is the best rally we've seen all day, and it's the second point from the team. Like, that's a great spike. CBEL's going to leave this up for Waiton. Waiton's going to get another touch. They're going to not be able to make it, though. Sunless meets him out at midfield and beats out the defense.
That was everything I've wanted
ever
out of a rally, and Sunless, the Cash Merc, getting it done. He saw the space, he took it, slipped it right underneath. And now it's 1-1, over 30 seconds in. We're already seeing the pace. It's just a faster pace. That's all there is to it. Although we're still seeing some mistakes. Stripe going to get credit. I did not see who made the mistake, though, here. It's a great placement off the ceiling and right down in that corner. We've seen a lot of awkward positioning and weird goals go in at the corners by the middle net. And, man, he got that to bounce off the ceiling right to that special place. It's beautiful by Stripe.
Very well done. I'm honestly just kind of impressed at the turnaround. Okay, what? Every time I try
Listen, you can just not ruin all of these plays over and over.
My curse. I can't escape it, even if we're not actually. This is a really good question. Honestly, I ask myself that every time I get an email in my inbox.
Oh my god. 2-2. 44 seconds in. Stripe barely gets it over, but it is over. CBEL popping it up. Waiting with the clear, it makes it. Oh no.
They're all right. That's 2 double commits in a row from both teams. Oh boy.
That's in. They're all fast players, but they're not fast enough. Just beautiful.
It's a great shot. I am getting a little bit nervous, though. It feels like CBEL and Waiton are kind of getting into their own head. They were so coordinated to start this one off. Now that you're seeing Sunless and Striped on the verge of a reverse sweep, the amount of double commits out of this team, I mean, they're not playing poorly, but again, it just kind of feels like they're a little bit nervous right now, and that crossed wire... Dude, I don't understand what is going on. I'm trying to, like, analyze, and... this...
Fantastic defense from Sunless and Striped. As always.
It's brilliant. Just brilliant.
I'm not really sure why they just watched it. A little bit of confusion in the VC. I can only imagine how chaotic it is for all 4 of them to be talking and chirping in each other's ear. Trying to center themselves, minimize those mistakes. I know I would be an absolute, just a menace in each other's ear. Talking entirely too much crap, but CBEL are going to drop this one down to take the lead 4-3 here in game number 5.
I'm starting to see teams play this midfield a little bit more carefully, like not completely diving at the ball, not completely overextending. Stripe saying we were starved.
Not enough boost on the unlimited boost field.
Ned Benost, or Ned, what? How do, what?
Ned Benost.
Huh? Yeah, Ned Benost, excuse me.
Turn that into a shirt.
Really?
Someone. I'll pay for it. I'll throw 20 bucks towards a Hanes t-shirt with basic text on it that says that. ZeeBell extending the lead though.
Honestly, I think I should rebrand as Ned Benost. I feel like that would probably be a pretty good combination.
I honestly go for it. 3 to 5.
I would like to see the teams go for a little bit more of a back and forth rally here. It feels like we started off with what was such a good back and forth, and now we're just seeing kind of these errant touches after errant touches. I mean, what's the plan here?
Is that 3?
Yeah, it is.
That was 3. It was close, but no cigar, as the boomers would say. That's a saying, right? Someone back me up. I need...
Oh, yeah, no, I've said that before. Usually mine is close but no cigar, or close but that only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. And we are playing neither one of those here. So, you know, not really going to help.
Great points all around. Pinch?
This is gonna be
Not over.
Uh-oh, that's a third touch.
Oh, boy. Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Dang. Ravage and Jad saying, okay, stop throwing now. Listen, get your conspiracy theories out of here.
Let's stop messing around, boys. Let's take this one seriously. I know that we've been having fun, but like now is where we like start playing for real,
4-6. About halfway through this game, if past score lines are anything to go off of, a fake kickoff, their bread and butter so far. Wayne popping up. ZeeBell in great position to play it anywhere he wants. He chooses a relatively center hit. Sunless is there. Striped, sealing it down. No one's fast enough to save that one. Beautiful execution.
Nice. Honestly, I don't know what's better. The fact that Sunless just kind of let Striped go for that, or the fact that he even gets up for that touch like well before anybody's recognized. I mean, Wayton and ZeeBell both tried to dive out of midfield, but by the time they recognize there is not going to be a second touch, easy peasy. Great shot out of Striped. And again, this is what we're hoping for. We want to see both teams really pull out all their stuff. It's game 5. At this point, they should be experts. But, you know, every once in a while, the experts still have a little bit of difficulty. And honestly, good shot out of ZeeBell. This is a really good kickoff.
Striped, I saw what he was trying to do. Pop it up. Give Sunless a little bit of time to position himself, but it just didn't really pop up. It's those defensive errors. A lot of goals you can attribute to those, and it's going to be interesting here. 5-7. A few more is going to get it done for hashtag Waybell. Do they have just one more hit, I think? Do they have a third? They must have one more. Was that 2 hits right there?
I think that's going to be up to our ref. If we see a pause from our ref, I'm not going to necessarily be too surprised, but, you know, we'll let it play for now. You know,
typically I just kind of let them be the ones to call things out.
I'm going to call this a good rally thus far. Okay, stop, please. Stop. One time I need to be able to compliment you guys without something going awry. All right, no. It's a good rally. Good rally. Good
hit. Good recovery by Wayton. Tony.
Yo! Striped!
Wow. I'm pog champing behind my camera that no one can see. Jesus. Stuffing the turkey. 6-7. That's what we like to see out of Sunless and Striped. They do not want to go down without a fight. Never mind.
This is the duality of man, if you will. At certain moments, Stripe dunks the ever-living heck out of his opponents. Other moments, they can't quite get underneath the ball. You know what? It's okay, because the good thing is that they've still got a chance here. The big issue, though, Wayton and ZeeBell are closing in on the final points here of this entire series. They need 2 more, and that's it. They're done.
Striper's up on that middle wall to dunk it and does not position himself perfectly. And then Sunless battling with the ball, rolling off the back wall. It's always a little bit awkward with these bounces. 6-9. And that is technically series point here for Wayton and ZeeBell. Jesus, that can't be how it ends, right? In
can't,
past
right?
games, we've said you have to hit it directly over, but I technically never told either of these teams that that was the rule, and for that reason, I'm gonna just ignore that rule entirely. We're gonna act like it never existed. I can't in good conscience let that be the end.
Oh, we're not ending yet. We got a chance here. We got a chance here. 7-9. Listen, man, I'm all for the content. No matter what keeps the content flowing, that's what I cheer for.
Exactly. Now 7-9 here. Off of a very scuffed kickoff. But technically, I blinked, all good.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, 3 touches per side. That's the rule, and that's what they did. They got it over in 3.
Wait a minute. Sunless just pre-jumped that. He literally didn't. He was not on the mid wall, but
His
he
mechanics
pre-jumped that.
are as good as he wants them to be at any given moment. And right now, he's feeling himself. Awkward placement is waiting there. Waiting is. Seabell needs to pop it up and needs to. Oh my gosh, the wall.
Why?
Giving them a perfect roll, but not perfect enough. Apparently, there's a variation in level of perfection.
So this goes off the wall.
Look at the luck here. Ultimately, didn't matter. My
If Seabell knew
God.
that was touching, he definitely would have been able to get another touch. He just didn't know it was going to happen. Oh, that's got to hurt. I mean, hey, listen, here's a good thing for Seabell and Waiting. They want to avoid overtime. They've got one last chance.
That's true. It is still series point. First to 10, win by 2. They are currently, if they get it done on this rally.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! An awkward backflip. Feels backflip, as some would say. Gosh, Sunless was on the middle wall. He was there, but it just too low. Oh my, what a way to end it. Waiting and Seabell. There it is on the scoreboard, taking that third and final win in game number 5. My gosh, what a series. I'm a little butthurt. Thought my team was going to get it done. But game 5, it's all we could ask for at the end of the day. Whew, I'm sweating.
Good series. It was good back
AC
and
up.
forth. We got the game 5, man. I mean, like, we got the game 5. We got down to literally a 2-point difference. I don't think we can actually ask for much more there. The only thing that maybe would have made it better is if the reverse sweep had been completed, because, oh, man, that would have been amazing.
It really would have. But honestly, yeah, everything we could have asked for. Fantastic series. GG's to Sunless, Stripe, Waiting, and Seabell for being here. We are going to hop in their voice chat here in a minute. But first, we got to get that $100 Amazon gift card out of the way. Sponsored by URLC. Here is the drawing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you correctly predicted Waiting and Seabell to win, then your name is in this drawing and you might be taking home a $100 Amazon gift card. Let's see it.
Here is URLC's prize winner.
The wheel. Got the names populated. We are spinning. Blurring it out. Still waiting until the end when you win or you don't. And Mauve, however you pronounce that. Mauve, I believe, like the color. It's a purple, I believe. Congratulations to Muff Mauve. You have won a $100 Amazon gift card, and we will get that to you after the broadcast. Please join my Discord, the CWG Discord, whatever you got to do to get in contact with me. I'll give you the information needed. Congratulations, and thank you to the URLC for sponsoring this. We actually have a little video to show you guys about their upcoming event, because just like me, they run show matches, only regular ones, not volleyball, and they've got a pretty juicy one coming up. So let's take a look at this video, shall we?
Champ Division, Bubba's Chief versus Danakins. GC Division, Blue Screen versus Danger Talker. Music by Enka. And the main event, Drewski versus Vassals. URLC 4, June 18th at 7 p.m. Eastern.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. June 18th, a fantastic lineup of matches. Champ, GC, and Supersonic Legend, all of some of our favorite content creators. So be sure to check that out. And thank you again to URLC for sponsoring the $100 viewer prediction Amazon gift card tonight. Let's hop into the GC, or the VC, of our players and see what they got to say. Just wrap it on up. I'm going to join the call. I'll see you there. Boys, how are we feeling after that game? A game 5, 8-10 final.
Yep, just how YouTubers would draw it up.
Yeah, it was scripted, but you know.
For sure scripted. We did have some people in the chat throwing the conspiracy theories out. Can't blame them.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it just comes down. You get warmed up, you get into the moment, and the game just swings, and sometimes it just swings away from you.
Well
said.
kind of how it happens.
Thanks.
Yeah, me and Silas were just watching FaZe earlier and just wanted to mimic that exactly, but we actually like G2 a little more, so we gave up.
Yeah, we had to play. You know, we had to agree with the script writers. We couldn't rebel too much.
Well, I appreciate that you guys read it really thoroughly, down to even the whiffs and the own goals. It was fantastic through and through.
Lots of those.
Thank you.
It's like the most embarrassing game mode, honestly. Like it's so much
It's
harder
extremely
than it
difficult.
looks.
I don't think
It
people
is
understand in the
very
chat how
awkward.
hard it is, because even like screwing around warming up, it is ridiculous how much field you have to cover with 2v2. It honestly should be
Yeah,
3v3.
and the bounces, like it's almost it felt unfair, like just serving it and then like it instantly working like half the time.
It also
Back
felt
bounces
good
are
at the same
brutal.
time.
Well, Waiting and Seabell, you guys ended up taking the win. What are you going to do with that
We
money?
did.
I know $250, life-changing. Clearly, as successful YouTubers, you've never come into a prize pool of this magnitude. How are you feeling?
I mean, it was a great battle. I think Wade and I just slowly figured out how to play the game, and we heard really good advice from Striped halfway through. It is almost never the meta to camp the wall, so we made sure to get off the wall halfway through, and we started to take over.
I feel bad because I actually did say that. So
Yeah, no, actual advice that we took.
You gave advice to your enemies. Are you regretting that now, Will?
I mean, no, because it also helped Sunless, who was just like camping on net. At the end, I think we gave up a gold to another net. So obviously, the advice only really went to a couple ears. So it's all good.
It only went to the other team.
Yeah.
I just wanted to hit the ball, and
You
I
did
couldn't
that.
even do
It does
that.
feel good to ball chase.
Well, then you
See
won.
ball,
You,
hit
you
ball.
completed your goal.
Yeah, that's true. Except I didn't, because I also didn't even do that.
You hit it
But I
occasionally.
still had fun.
Like, every once in a while.
I really enjoyed when we had like a really good rally. We had like 3 or 4 back and forth. Those were the best.
Yeah, there were some good moments.
Yeah, seriously.
I think like a soft, if there's a way to like limit the serve somehow, like you would want to do it organically, because you don't want to make people to like not hit it hard on the serve. But if there was a way to like soft start, you can get a ton more good rallies. But
Yeah.
or we could just be better, we could just be better. Being
One of the
back wall,
two.
that would work too.
We could change the code of the game, or we could get better. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, you
fixes
could have the
itself first.
ball further back on the serve, then maybe that would make it harder. But it was pretty good. I mean,
All right,
it's pretty
Mr.
balanced.
Phil, you taking notes? Mr. Phil, I saw him in chat earlier, the map maker himself. Oh, yeah, he's right here.
Oh, nice.
But the thing
You make
is,
the
like,
serve
that's
back
a
a
problem
little
in
bit?
real Rocket League too. Like, too many kickoff goals is just a common complaint. So,
Right.
Yeah.
is it really a problem? Probably not.
All right, guys. Well, I want to thank you all again for being part of this. It was a ton of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be looking to do these monthly, so, let me know if you want to come on back in. Congrats to Waitin and Seabell on winning $250. I will obviously hit you guys up after. And, yeah, I'm going to hop out. Thanks again, and GG's.
GGs. Thanks for inviting us, guys. That was
Thanks for
fun.
having us.
And I got to hop back in the other chat. Hopefully Bass will come on in here in a second. I didn't give him thorough instructions here. Dano's in.
I'm here.
He's here. Waiting on Bass here. There he is. What's up, man? So, final thoughts here. Again, massive shout out to all those guys for being willing to take time out of their busy YouTube schedules to have just a fantastic, fun little event here. Shout out to URLC for sponsoring the $100 Amazon gift card giveaway for the viewer predictions. And of course, Dano, you and the rest of the Community Workshop Games Discord server for helping put it together, make those connections, and just build such a fantastic, positive community around workshops. It's such a fun and underutilized part of Rocket League, and I'm glad you guys are here to really help shed some light on this stuff. And hey, fingers crossed, hopefully when the game comes out and under Unreal Engine 5 here, maybe this year, hopefully we see some cross-platform creative mode, and it's as easy as it is currently with Fortnite. Anything you want to say, though, about it?
Yeah, honestly, of course. we need to give some credit back to Furnace for setting this up and running it and doing a lot of the background work, because like I specialize in workshop maps, like I'm all about workshop maps, but people like you and other people who run events with workshop maps, you really bring in the community, and you bring in these big people that some people don't even know workshop maps are playable on PC. They don't know it's playable on Epic. And so just getting like the awareness out and letting people know how much fun these maps are actually to play and getting good at them, improving your skills and mechanics. It's an entirely different game. And so I want to thank you for running this, and I hope to do more with you too. I'm sure we will.
Well, I don't plan on stopping anytime soon, so many more of these to come. Hopefully we can do this monthly, get some more fantastic creators involved. And thank you for thanking me. I appreciate it. It's a team effort. We're all doing it. Bass, thanks for joining us. One of the fastest growing casters in the scene currently. Love having you here. Love the energy you bring. Any final thoughts here as we kind of transition? Guys, I'm just going to kind of move into a regular stream here, but this is the closing thoughts. So anyway, Bass.
It's fun. Appreciate you having me on here, man. Thank you for the compliments, even though if I don't necessarily agree. I'm on my way up, but we'll see how far I grow.
Be confident.
We'll
Be confident. Come on.
Listen, man. At this point right now, we're seeing where my career takes me. I'm not gonna lie. Fortnite has been pretty cool to me lately.
Hey,
so,
there we go.
Hey, I'll say in Rocket League and in Fortnite, and we'll figure out where we go from here from out. And yeah, again, thank you for having me on. I do agree with pretty much everything that Dano was saying before here. We need to see more support for workshop maps. As a person who directly works for Psyonix, I've loved to be able to actually see the amount of improvement that we have been making in this scene. And I'm hopeful that by the end of the year, like you said, Unreal Engine 5 will be able to come out, and we'll be able to see what is the explosion of creativity from everyone throughout the scene. So, you know, keep your eyes peeled, folks. It is something that Psyonix has mentioned multiple times that they are trying to push. So whenever it comes out, y'all better be prepared. It's going to be something else.
Well, hey, look, we get a little sneak peek from the inside, and I like that confidence you're bringing. Makes me feel better about everything we're doing and excited for the future. Let's all just go wrap it up here. Thanks, everyone. If you're heading out, have a great rest of your night. If not, stick around for a little bit. I'm going to hit the bathroom, figure my out and feel better, and then we'll be moving on. Thank you.